Hello viewer, the Power Circuit is on again, a program of the Transmission Company of Nigeria TCN that keeps you informed about policies and milestones in the Nigerian electricity supply industry. In this edition, here are the reports. Nigerians will soon begin to experience improved power supply, says Power Minister. TCN increases bulk power evacuation at Uguaji Transmission Substation in Enugu. TCN deepens partnerships to tackle encroachment of the right-of-way of power lines. We will be featuring an interview with Engineer Williams Bokore, a principal manager of the System Lines Department in the Lagos region of the Transmission Company of Nigeria TCN. The focus is on the vast power transmission lines in the Lagos region and why people must avoid the right-of-way of these power lines. I am Amara Agogoesi. Get comfortable as we take you through this edition. The Minister of Power, Chief Adebayo Adekola Adelabu, says boosting electricity supply is a priority for the administration and that soon Nigerians will experience improvements in power supply. The minister stated this in Abuja during an interactive session he held with journalists.
Chief Adelabu said there is a mandate from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to boost power supply in the country, which he is focused on achieving.
So we need to constantly talk to ourselves so that you know what we are doing. And when you are on top of what our activities, your hope will be renewed. I will keep your hope alive. And you believe that, sometime very soon, we are going to get to the El Dorado, as in getting affordable, functional, reliable electricity to the doorsteps of households, small businesses, and industries.
He also said the power sector was critical for the development of the economy, noting that since his appointment, he has seized the opportunity to engage the various stakeholders such as the generating and distribution companies and other related organizations in the power sector value chain to chart a positive course.
We must appreciate the importance of this sector. At the same time, along with its sensitivity. There is no nation that can grow its economy. There is no nation that can grow its industries. In fact, any sector without a reliable power sector. Are countries that have grown significantly, they identified power as an engine or driver of this growth.
The minister therefore reiterated his commitment towards delivering on improving the indices in the power sector, especially on projects completion and reforming the existing structure.
Then distribution will move on there, try to fix the infrastructures and able to look at the structure of the discos themselves. Are they properly structured to deliver what we want them to deliver? The territorial coverage of the discos, are they too large? The technical competence of these discos, can they deliver power? The financial credibility of the discos, can they attract credits, funding to invest in infrastructure? You can see that we are doing it in a reverse order. Then we'll move to transmission, which is the elephant along the value chain. How do we improve our transmission? Where are the bottlenecks? How many more substations are we going to build? How many more power lines are we going to construct? What about our super grid? Are we going to have regional grids? These are the things that we're going to do. Then we'll move to the generating companies. What is their raw material? Gas. Are they getting regular supply of gas? What is the pricing of gas? How do we work with the Ministry of Petroleum Resources, Gas, to make sure we solve these problems? Why are we pricing gas in foreign currency when it's local gas for domestic consumption? Why are we just using associated gas when there are natural gas fields? How are we going to incentivize local gas producers? There are inland gas all over. What sort of transportation? Is it the tunnels? Or are we going to use virtual tunnels? Those are the things we need to ask ourselves. So ours is a delivery-focused, bottom-up approach.
Chief Adelebu urged the pressmen to partner with the government to promote transparent reporting that would support the development of the power sector.
We are pleading for consensus reporting. We are not asking for special favors to report what we did not do or to lie on our behalf just to please the end consumers or the general public. No, we are not asking for that. But what we are asking is consensus reporting, transparent reporting, and reporting of actual events the way they happen. We are pleading that you should avoid negative reporting. If you want to report something that you believe is going to have negative fallout for us and for the general public, please try and make clarification first so that it will not amount to wrong reporting. That's what we are pleading for.
As part of the projection to increase the transmission wheeling capacity nationwide, the Transmission Company of Nigeria (TCN) has raised the capacity of the 330, 132, 33 kilovolts Ugwaji transmission substation in Enugu State. A 100 MVA power transformer has been added to this substation, and a monitoring team was at the site to assess the installation process.
Speaking during the inspection visit to the substation, Jude Mado, a principal manager transmission heading Enugu sub-region and led the inspection team, confirmed that the installation of the power transformer had reached an advanced stage at the 132 33 kilovolts section of the facility as of the time they visited. He also said upon installation, it will significantly improve the quantum of bulk power available to the distribution load center in Enugu.
We are in the 132 kV switchyard now. We came here basically to monitor the progress of the installation going on here. In our last visit, we came when the plant was brought. The transformer was brought from the port. It was over that side, and the plant was ready for installation. So in this our visit, we came to monitor the progress of the job.
Engineer Madu stated that various sections of the tasks are being completed by the on-site engineers using the best standard practices.
We can see the transformer has been mounted on the plant and the installation has started. We can see the level they've achieved. They've mounted all the radiators and the cooling fans, and also we can see on top here, you see the secondary bushings. The secondary bushings have been mounted. So the remaining part of the job is to mount the primary bushings and also to commence the wiring. We can see the construction is still ongoing. The extension of the bus is still ongoing. You can see the civil work going on. And the construction, when it gets to this point, where the installation of the conductors will commence so that it will be linked up with the transformer. And then the secondary side, although we can see the progress of the job, they are still working. When this side is completed, the secondary, from here, they will link it with the power cable that will go to the feeders. From that feeders, we now take supply to the customers of this group. Electricity Distribution Company. So that is what we've observed for now.
The TCN official rated the ongoing job positive, saying that remarkable progress has been made so far.
They've made remarkable progress. After this level, we are expecting them to put up more effort so that it will come to 100% completion. That is when the consumers will feel the impact of the job that is going on here. I can rate 60% for now. 60% for now.
He noted that project inspection was a continuous exercise to ensure that engineers deliver the project according to schedule.
We'll be monitoring them, the Enugu region and the Enugu sub-region management, we've been talking with the contractors, telling them on the need for them to speed up. Is archaic. Telling them how we require the projects, all the projects they have under the sub-region, why we need them, because that will help to increase our capacity. And we don't want any abandoned project. That is why we are monitoring them, so that they deliver as expected.
Get more reports after this break.
Just count all the blocks, eh?
Sir, we are transmission company of Nigerian linesmen, and we just observed that you're about to erect a structure here.
You're very observant. Yes, I'm trying to put up a shopping mall of 200 shops that will serve this neighborhood. And I'm very excited about the project.
But sir, have you observed that it is under high tension transmission lines? It's called SNAP. Drop on the shopping mall and electrocute everyone inside it. Moreover, sir, these lines emit electromagnetic waves that are harmful to the health of human beings.
Really? This could cause so much harm?
Absolutely, sir. Imagine if there's a fire outbreak in the mall. It could destroy the transmission lines, causing outage to many states in the country. Erecting a structure under high-tension transmission lines will not help government efforts to grow our power supply and grow our economy. Be part of growth. Do not destroy electricity power installations. Little vigilance and concern on our part is necessary to protect transmission infrastructure nationwide. Be vigilant.
This message is brought to you by the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, transmitting electricity in the most efficient and effective manner.
Officials of the Transmission Company of Nigeria (TCN) are deepening their partnerships with agencies as a means of creating more impact in the enlightenment campaigns against the encroachment of power transmission lines right of way. Towards this, members of the TCN Committee on Monitoring and Reduction of Encroachment on Transmission Lines right of way were in TCN Bauchi region, where the officials met with the leadership of NTA Bauchi to raise more awareness on the issue.
The TCN committee was on a courtesy visit to the General Manager of the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA Bauchi, Hajia Fatim Musa, at the NTA Bauchi complex. Leading the team in the discussion, Mr. Kange Kefas, who is the General Manager Health, Safety and Environment at TCN, highlighted the dangers of living under power lines.
The fear now is that these wells, when they invest so much, they accumulate so much into a person, they may harm your body, they may lead the body, you may have experiences of cancerous symptoms. So these are very serious health issues and safety issues that is worrying TCN. As a result of that, TCN now formed this committee to see how we can liaise with critical stakeholders to eliminate or eradicate the encroachment.
Commenting, the General Manager of NTA Bauchi, Hajia Fatim Musa, welcomed the team while noting that collaboration was important for spreading the message about the dangers of encroaching on right-of-way or power transmission lines.
Most of the people who are ignorant of this dangers in this kind of condition, because as you talk of the sound, yes, if you are close to that high tension road, that sound going there, and you know many people don't know the dangers. That is why they are cautious into the corridors and safe. So I would like to basically assist this opportunity to communicate with NTA's
The parties discussed areas of partnership in promoting publicity actions on the right-of-way or power transmission lines across the 7 states under the Bauchi region. Part of the discussion was for both parties to collaborate in producing documentary, jingles, and adverts in English and Hausa languages for the sensitization of citizens in Plateau and in 6 states in the northeast region of Nigeria. The Regional Transmission Manager Bauchi Region, Engineer Tijani Ahmadu, while briefing pressmen in Hausa, explained the implication of encroaching the right-of-way or power transmission lines, including the danger they pose, especially the risk of electrocution.
Layin da yake kamu kuta idan har ya zama cewa akwai wani abu karkashi za iya samun komi wanda yake zai iya zama ainihin matsala ga mutanen da suke karkashi wanda zai iya cutar da su, za iya samun kansa, za iya samun cututtuka kala-kala. So saboda haka muka zo nan NTA don suna da daga cikin mutanen da wannan abu yake alhakinsu ne su ma su gaya wa ainihin jama'a gaba daya a bisa ainihin wannan musiba a karkashin wannan layin da mutane suke shine dalilin zuwa mu.
The TCN official also noted that in partnership with state governments, structures under the transmission line right-of-way will be demolished, as he urged the general public to desist from building under the power lines.
We present to you the interview segment of the Power Circuit, and in today's edition, Engineer William Sokori, a principal manager of the System Lines Department in the Lagos region of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, speaks about the vast power transmission lines in Lagos and what people should do to ensure the safety of these transmission lines. What role does the System Lines Department play in the Lagos region?
The System Line Department is the department started with the responsibility of ensuring the evacuation of voltages or what we call transmission line from one station to another. It also ensures power is evacuated from the generating station to the distributing station through the transmission station. So that is one aspect. Also, we ensure the safety of the transmission line by ensuring that we keep vandals away. How do we do that? By continuous patrol. We ensure vegetation does not grow under the line, which can also cause harm to people. And also we ensure the transmission lines are safe by ensuring that our earthing systems are in the right position to avoid electric shock. And finally, the system department is a department that we educate the people as we patrol. We tell them the dangers inherent staying under the transmission lines.
What are the major power transmission lines in the region?
The Lagos region is one of the biggest electricity hub we have in this country. The Lagos region is divided, like we have 5 sub-regions under Lagos region. So the basic lines that do emanate from this Lagos, we have the one emanating from Ikeja West to Sakete. Sakete is in Benin Republic. Then we have the one coming from Ikeja West to Shogbo, Ikeja West to Ayede, Ikeja West to Papalanto, Egbin to Aja, Egbin to Benin. So we have prominent lines emanating from Lagos.
How often do you maintain these power transmission lines?
The power transmission line is one equipment where you need to maintain on daily basis, either by ensuring monitoring through patrol, routine patrol, plant patrol, and also we ensure most of the components that make up the transmission lines are also in good shape to avoid breakdown.
Are there challenges of the encroachment on right-of-way or vandalism in this region?
Encroachment means when people leave where they are supposed to build houses and they decide to build under the transmission lines. It's causing a whole lot of problem. It helps to reduce what we call the ground level of our transmission line. So by the time you build a high-rising building under the transmission line, you have reduced the gap between the last conductor and the ground, which can cause electrocution. Secondly, when there are major faults, the linesmen find it difficult to do those jobs because the transmission, the houses are already under the line, which makes it difficult for them to navigate to carry out the repairs. And that is one. Another challenge we face, is vandalism. Vandalism today is becoming a big deal because a lot of people see this transmission line like no man's property and they go to vandalize them to sell and all that. So it's a big issue. Another challenge we face is people dumping refuse, under the transmission line. But sometimes when they dump this refuse over time, some people go and set fire on it. And by the time the fire goes up, it affects the conductors, which will lead to line tripping. Also, that affects the nation in one way or the other. And the other one we'll talk about is erosion control. And this erosion control, why it's a problem is because they are man-made. They are not natural disasters. They are man-made in the sense that some people go to excavate the grounds. And before you know it, it turns to a big erosion, which tends to affect our transmission lines. And before you know it, once this tower comes down, it's a problem to the nation because it costs so much to carry out repair on one transmission towers.
What words do you have for people perpetrating these acts?
I would like to advise Nigerians. You will feel it doesn't affect you in any way, but it does. Because when the transmission line goes down, it affects the generation. Or because the generation company generating won't have any way of evacuating. It will inherently affect the distribution station, which will not affect you. So even the so-called barber on the street will not have light to use. So I will just advise that we should see government property as our own properties.
That was Engineer Williams Okore, a Principal Manager, System Lines at the Lagos region of TCN. He spoke on how vast the power transmission system is in Lagos and why people would need to stay away from power transmission lines. Again, let's go through the headlines. The Minister of Power has expressed hope that Nigerians will soon begin to experience improved electricity supply. TCN increases bulk power evacuation at Ugwaji Transmission Substation in Enugu. You also heard that the company has deepened partnerships to tackle encroachment of power transmission lines right of way. Engineer Williams Okore, a Principal Manager of the System Lines Department in the Lagos region of the Transmission Company of Nigeria TCN, spoke in the interview segment. He enlightened us more about the vast power transmission lines in Lagos and what people should do to ensure the safety of these power transmission lines. Join TCN in the campaign against vandalism and encroachment of the right of way of power transmission installations. You will be glad you did. You can enrich yourself with more information by subscribing to the TCN YouTube channel, TCN_Nigeria. On Facebook, kindly like the page Transmission Company of Nigeria. On X, formerly Twitter, follow TCN via @TCN_Nigeria. TCN is also on Instagram, TCN_Nigeria. You can also send email messages to TCN via affairs.public@tcn.org.ng and it will get the required attention. Why don't you learn about the company's activities on the interactive website www.tcn.org.ng. For more information about what TCN does, the website is dedicated just to you. Log on to www.tcnnews.ng. The Transmission Company of Nigeria TCN believes that with partnerships and your support, it will continue to deliver world-class services in terms of transmitting bulk electricity nationwide in the most efficient way. I am Amara Agogesi. Thanks for staying with the Power Circuits today.